After working with couples for 5 decades, there's one conversation we hear repeatedly. We don't want to run out of money, but we also don't want to die with millions in the bank. I'm going to share the 3-part system that can solve this dilemma. And honestly, the third piece is what many couples get wrong. It can be the difference between confident spending and constant worry. By the time many couples figure this out, they may have already missed some of their best years of their retirement. Now, the examples I share today use adjusted details to protect our clients' privacy, but every situation is based on real patterns from our practice. But first, let me show you why the traditional approach to retirement spending can actually make this problem worse. Many people think retirement spending is about finding the perfect amount to take out each month. But the pattern we see in the happiest retirees suggests that may be backwards. They often don't start with numbers. They start with confidence. And here's what can create that confidence. The 3 parts work together like this. First, you recreate the predictability you're used to. Second, and this might surprise you, you actually simplify your investments, not complicate them. But the third piece is where many couples stumble, and it's probably not what you think. Here's the thing. For 30 years, you knew exactly how much was coming in every month. Now, suddenly many people expect you to become an expert at guessing how much to take out, when to take it, and whether you're making a mistake that could affect the next 30 years of your life. That's backwards. What many of the most confident retirees do is recreate that predictability. Instead of wondering, can we afford this every month, they set up what we call a retirement paycheck system. Money that arrives consistently, just like they're used to, removing the guesswork from daily spending decisions. Here's how this actually works. You figure out how much you need each month to live comfortably. Your mortgage, groceries, utilities, car payment, all the regular stuff. Then you make sure that amount shows up in your checking account every month automatically. This might come from Social Security plus some money from your retirement accounts that transfers over each month. Just like your old paycheck used to cover your bills. The psychology of this can be powerful. When you know your monthly needs are taken care of automatically, everything else can become much clearer. You're not constantly doing math in your head about whether you can afford something. For the bigger expenses, that vacation, the new car, helping the kids, you handle those separately. You know how much extra you can safely spend each year on top of your monthly amount. So when that cruise opportunity comes up, you're not wondering if you can afford it, you already know. But here's where many people get stuck. Remember, the whole goal is to enjoy retirement without constantly second guessing every decision. You've earned the right to spend your money. The question is how to do it confidently. Many couples think they need to get more complicated with their money in retirement. But here's what might surprise you. The way to organize your money can actually be simpler than what you did while working. Instead of worrying about which investments to pick, you organize by when you'll need the money. Here's the practical approach. First is short-term money. This typically covers the next few years. Consider keeping it safe and easy to get to. Money markets, CDs, and other safe investments. This can pay for your monthly expenses. When the stock market crashes, you may not need to worry as much because you're not selling anything. Next is medium-term money. This is for needs that are further out. These investments typically aim for steady growth without the big swings up and down. If it goes down one year, it may have time to come back up before you need it. And third is long-term money. You may not need this for many years. These investments might bounce around more, but have the potential for better growth over time because you could have decades for them to work. The beauty of this approach, when the market has a bad year, you may be able to avoid that feeling of panic because you're not touching that long-term money. You may be living off the short-term money while everything else has time to bounce back. This can help address the running out of money fear. But what about the leaving too much on the table worry? You're getting the same system our most successful clients use. But without this third piece, Even the best paycheck system and the smartest organization may not give you complete confidence. Here's what can separate couples who sleep well from couples who constantly worry. The first strategy can protect you from running out of money, but life doesn't follow your spreadsheet. The second strategy can help handle market ups and downs. What we've learned is that the couples who often handle retirement the best aren't always the ones who try to predict everything. They're often the ones who built their plan to handle surprises. Here's what this actually looks like. Healthcare surprises. Set aside extra money specifically for medical stuff that insurance doesn't cover. Not just a general emergency fund, money you know is there for health issues, whether it's an unexpected surgery or needing help around the house someday. And when the market has a really bad year, you already know what you'll do. Maybe you spend a little less that year, or you use more of your safe money instead of touching your investments. The key is figuring this out ahead of time, not when you're watching the news and panicking. Helping family. If you want to help your kids or grandkids, build that into the plan from the start. Know exactly how much you can help without hurting your own retirement. Medical bills can happen. Family emergencies will come up. Markets may crash at difficult times. But when your plan has room to adapt, when you can handle these surprises without panicking or derailing your lifestyle, that's when you may finally stop looking over your shoulder. The real power of this, when something unexpected happens, and it always does, you're not scrambling. You already know your options because you thought about them when you weren't stressed. And when you have this three-part system working together, something interesting might happen. You stop second-guessing every spending decision. You know how much you can enjoy each month, where that money's coming from, and how to stay flexible when life happens. You now have the same framework we walk our clients through. Not just the theory, but the actual system that creates confidence. Remember the pattern I mentioned? The one we see in the happiest retirees? It's not that they just have more money or fewer worries. It might just be that they have a system that gives them the permission to enjoy what they've built. The question isn't whether you have enough money for retirement. You've already proven you're smart about building wealth. The question is, are you ready to build the confidence to enjoy it? If you're ready to move from worrying about every spending decision to having a clear system that works, we've helped hundreds of couples just like you make that transition. Ask yourself, do you know how much you can safely spend each month? Are you enjoying your retirement or holding back out of fear? Do you have a plan for surprises like market drops or medical bills? If you found this helpful, please subscribe for more retirement education and guidance. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.